One man who's looking to make a name for himself in the spotlight, MP. Excited for his debut on the NBA court. Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. Well, no doubt, these players, GA, are eager to get this season going.
Listen, there's definitely some nerves, but it's mainly excitement.
I got him!
To the wing on the left. Here's Collier. Into the lane. Back to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Let's send it over to Allie for a report on MP.
Thanks, guys. Tonight marks MP's NBA debut, and it's been a short but windy road for him. His basketball journey started in rural Vermont and then headed west for a stint in the WCBL High School Club League. From there, he played professionally in Europe before working his way to the bench of his NBA roster. He told me he still has a lot to prove to the world, and guys, the next stage of this journey begins tonight. Back to you.
Beginning tonight for sure. Quite a story. Hey, thanks for the report. And here making his NBA debut tonight is MP, a native out of rural Vermont. And MP has had quite the path to get to the NBA.
Hey, what do they say? It's not where you came from. It's where you're headed. MP might hail from a state not known for producing basketball stars, but he's here now and has the right mentality from what I've seen.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
You love to see MP just attack that rim. Young players, take note.
Here's Collier, inside, and finished off by Nurkic.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
Stephens.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Collier. 5 on the clock. And it's off from three-point range. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Sensabaugh. Nothing on the board. Pass to Collier. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Jazz lead by 15. And so it's Utah, finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their transition game has been in full effect. We come back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Jazz, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, you can bet their coach is encouraging them to keep up the extra effort. It's more than paying off.
We've got Collier. Nurkic is out there with Kyle Filipowski. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Sensabaugh in at the two-guard spot. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. We appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Collier. Nice ball movement by Utah. And there's the bucket for Markkanen.
Well, that's his third three-pointer in this game, and 2 of those came in the second, so he might be heating up.
Right side, Garland. MP with a screen on Markkanen. Miller with a wide open look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Collier, guarded by Garland. And Nurkic gets it to go. Nurkic has got 8 points.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
George is checked in for the Jazz. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Leonard's checked in. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. To the inside, here's MP. Rebound, Utah.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Sensabaugh. And a lot of contact. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
Can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. The challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called. It is. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Leonard kicks to Garland. Here's Steven. Oh, man! Wow!
That's a young, creative mind right there. MP doing work.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Markkanen, good.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And the dunk by MP.
And guys, the best thing about Kawhi picking up assists is that it's contagious. When you've got a dominant scorer setting his teammates up and everyone falls in line.
Pass to Sensabaugh. George looking around. Over Leonard. George, no good.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And good that time.
Gritty bucket in close. Collins finding an opening.
And in terms of efficiency, Greg, very little has changed with Kawhi Leonard.
In multiple years, he's been close to making the 50-40-90 club. A high-usage player who gets to his spots and also takes great care of the ball.
Garland kicks to Leonard. MP with a screen on George. Here's MP. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Substitution here for the Clippers. Brook Lopez is checked in for MP. Jones comes in for John Collins. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Miller. And Sanders subbed in for Garland. Jazz leading by 18. Here's Collier.
2 minutes.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Collier. No good with the triple. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. 1:39 left in the first half. Here's Leonard. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
They set the screen to the middle. They could use a bucket. Collier, that's good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Jones. Outside Leonard. The wide open look here for Lopez. No good from outside. Utah leading by 18. Here's Collier. Jazz passing it around. Outside Jackson. Here's George. Defended by Mathurin. Collier. That's good.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes...
And so a pretty lopsided game to the first half. Utah out in front, delivering the blowout. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Well, they were the tougher team in that half, and it showed up in a number of ways. Just look at the rebounding numbers, Ernie.
Yeah, that differential. And it's time now for the best part of the show. Let's see what the fans have to say. Here's a good one. Shaq Can't Dunk 32 wants to know, how do you guys deal with internet trolls?
Well, first of all, that's the most ridiculous name I've ever seen.
I thought it was pretty good, actually. I got a good chuckle.
Kenny, let me see your phone. Did you send that?
Jack, there's zero chance I'd ever let you touch my phone. No way.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. For the Clippers, MP's checked in for Lopez. John Collins comes in for Derek Jones. And Miller subbed in for Benedict Mathurin. Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, one that doesn't get talked about enough, length. Players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt, and that wing position. It feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. In the forward slots, we'll see Leonard and Collins. Darius Garland is out there with Miller. And it's MP in at the center position. Down low. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup. And it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that.
I was a little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Kept alive. LA's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Outside, George. Kessler with it. Now defended by MP. And finished off by Bailey.
That instant response. Don't try to throw down on his team. It just gets them fired up.
And that's the result. They launch an assault on the basket. Here's Stevens. Right through contact. MP.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
George passes to Kessler. And here is Markkanen. Offline with his three. Pass to Leonard. Lots of room. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. Garland's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Left side, Jackson. Markkanen from outside. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Look, in that first half, he was hot from beyond the arc. And that's now his second in this half.
He can take over, or Garland able to facilitate.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Kessler throws it down.
Well, it doesn't take much for Kessler to catch that lob and slam it home.
Here's MP. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Here's Sensabaugh. Pass to Collier. Off target from 3-point range. From deep 3-point. Oh, my goodness! Timing.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's an energizer boost heading into the next quarter. You know he's got to be fired up.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Clippers ahead, up 11. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guard. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Jusuf Nurkic. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Kyle Filipowski. Then it's Collier. And it's Sensabaugh in at the shooting guard. That's the group right now for Utah. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Los Angeles?
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with them.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
Beal from long range, and he's good on the 3-ball. Beal's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Pass to Sensabaugh. Nice ball movement by Utah. Markkanen can't get it to go. And so Garland will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. And the dunk by MP.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. George is checked in for Utah. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Leonard's checked in.
Great example there of the way MP's game around the rim continues to grow and develop.
Here's Collier. The shot by Markkanen. Nobody around. They grab their own miss. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
That one drops for him. And that's 31 points for MP.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Here's Collier. Outside, Markkanen. A three-pointer, no good.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half. Well, MP sensed his opportunity and did not hold back on the drive.
Here's Collier. Shoots the three. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
And if you thought the break would slow him down, you were wrong. He remained red hot from deep.
Here's MP, and the dunk by MP.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Teams will make substitutions. Checked in for Lopez. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Outside, Markkanen. Off target from outside.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync yet. Well, he's such a natural talent. Has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
Now Leonard. Outside, Jones. Now Leonard fires the three. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. Leonard's got 11 points here in just the second half. Jazz trail by 19. George passes to Bailey. Puts it right back up and in.
And with his endless length, Ace Bailey's a good option down low.
Here's MP. And that one drops for him. And it's 37 points for MP.
Well, he's been dialed in. Very efficient here in the second half.
Back to George. Markkanen passes to Bailey. Outside, George is over Garland. Connects on the J. Clippers leading by 17. Now MP. Garland surveying the D. And the dunk by MP.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And man, is Garland fun to watch on the break. He really turns on the Jets. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Clippers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Darius Garland.
Well, just a fantastic job of distributing the ball. When you're able to see the floor like that and take advantage of what the defense gives you, it's huge.
And the three ball is good. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Jones. Pass to Leonard. From downtown. Rebounded by Bailey. Outside, George. So the Clippers winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantling.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care.
Thanks, guys. Congratulations on the win, MP. You led by example tonight, finishing with a double-double.
Yeah, it's not something I'm thinking.
Back to you, Kevin.
Terrific work as always.